All right, so welcome back to Matt's garage and the wall built. So where we left off last was I had a lot of the Romex already pulled, so I'm just working on finishing up rough wiring. So what I did was I went through and stapled everything like it's supposed to be. I'm doing some makeup in the boxes, wire tying everything nice and neat and tidy. So I have a couple more left to do on this back side here, one there, and then I think the last one is the compressor and the vacuum. So I'll do those, and then I've got to run over to that side and get that wire into the void underneath the sub panel there. And then I think we'll be ready to start drywall. So everything, I like everything neat and tidy. So I use zip ties, plenty of staples. Yeah, you know, makes for a neater job. So anyway, we're just gonna finish this up and then I'll work over here. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna punch a hole through here and then we'll come up and through the bottom of the panel. So I'll get the screws out of the trim and then pull this loose, and then we can punch a knockout through and hopefully chase the wires up easy enough. Yeah, it's over 36 inches, even with finished drywall. You figure this will be a ½ inch out, but I think I measured last time. I think I made it at 39. It'll finish out, well, it's 39 3/8 right now, so it'll finish out just under 39 inches. So it's plenty wide enough. I mean, we wanted to maximize as much as we could from there, and then obviously the door will clear with a good, you know, drywall will be here with a good couple inches of space. Although, we're probably gonna take the doors off. Matt just mentioned he probably want to take the doors off, but we did make it so the doors would open. So what I do is, so I used my fist as kind of a reference. So that I've already done this one. So basically it's fist plus the thumb. That gives me about 5.5 inches of wire length. So I do that on all the boxes, get everything stripped back. And then when we go, after we get the drywall done, because you want all these wires tucked in, it's easier to install drywall if they're not sticking out, right? So cut them back. And then what you do is take and do your little fold in the box. Yep, they're pretty good. I needed the longer reach, you know, the longer handled ones. I knew if I rifled through there long enough, I'd find the one I needed. There was no organization, so I felt it was safe to rifle, you know. All right, so what I was mentioning is you take your fist, this is how I do it, fist plus my thumb, and I cut there. And there's our length, same thing here. And you can do it the other way, thumb against there, fist, and then they're consistent. And then just takes your box cutter, you only slice through the outer sheath. You don't have to go all the way through, just till the end, then I go through. And then when you peel it back, it's gonna split the sheath open. So this is our compressor. And I ran 12.3 just in case we ever have to try something else out that needs a neutral. So it's 240 plus the neutral. There's a lot going on in this one.
I didn't even think about it.
I know, I was like, this is a whole day just to do all the electrical and all your low voltage stuff, you know?
But then it's better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, heck yeah. You're gonna have plenty. Even if you don't use them all, there's, you know, they're there in case you need. I mean, you're gonna use most of the 120 volt stuff.
About this garage, I mean, I'm like, we have 2 plugs, one over there and one over there.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. All right.
Michelle brought up a good point. I was gonna put all the bikes in this closet, but then, you know, it's gonna be hard for them to get out, so I'm probably gonna hang them on that wall like I was originally planning, with steady racks.
Yeah.
They make a big fat tire steady rack, so you can take that, even Brian.
Even the other one,
bikes,
yeah,
put it on the
electrical.
wall.
Yeah. I'm not gonna zip tie any of this stuff. Just this coil will be hidden in here for our extra long HDMIs.
People are really concerned about that being here.
Oh, why? There's plenty of room. It's gonna open 90 degrees like that.
In front of your panel.
So?
It's code.
So? No,
Right.
not true.
Even if it was, who cares?
Yeah, not even.
Code is for losers.
Yeah.
Code is for regular people. I don't do code. I do what's right. What's going on here? Why are all these off?
I bumped them.
Oh, all at once.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're good. Because figure the door's gonna be here, open like that. You can have it behind a door.
It's gonna be nice. It's gonna kind of cover it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's fun.
I'm gonna be doing, I figured out my Ubiquiti. I can do a big camera system and stuff here.
So you can see now with that knockout out of the way, you can see there's a nice void down there. That's dry. Oh, that's what is that? Can't tell. It looks like it's wood. So anyway, we'll have to drill through, poke up and in. So looks like we're gonna have to drill about 3.5 inches to get through everything. Good news is we can do that. And then it is funny because some people, I notice there's some concern that we don't have it done when we show some things that are done, but we're not. You're getting the videos out so fast that we're not finished with a certain phase of the project. Like the last video, electrical wasn't done. Yeah, I ran out of Romex, so I still needed another 40 feet of Romex. In reality, we weren't done yet, and now it's done. So when you watch this, it's done. So there's a couple things. I like to keep these centered up in the stud, so. Take two. So, like I said, I want to keep these centered in the stud. So. Just like that. We'll do the same with this one. Yeah, everything else is good. All right, so I'm just gonna punch a hole with this spade bit. So I'm just going about 37 inches, which is just about here. So I transfer that mark over there. That way I can just shove them through, give a little bend on the wire and fish it right up through. When I get all of them through, I'll snap a bushing in so it doesn't chafe against this, against the sheet metal here. So get this one drilled. Gonna make a mess, Mike. And we're through. All right. So plan is, just take one of these Romex. I won't even need to use a fish. And just do this up in there, and then just grab it.
That was almost too easy, Mike.
Well, that's because I planned it that way, Michael.
It's gotta be more of a struggle, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, what you didn't see off camera is that took an hour.
Yeah.
Too bad we did that just real time there. All right, so all I do is just a little bend on the wire like that. Push it through. And grab it. And I've already got the circuits labeled, so that's what I'm calling chargers, because that's all in the closets for us chargers. This one's TV and AV. So I ran dedicated just for the audio and video. Purple one's self-explanatory. We know that's compressor. This one's for the vacuum. So that'll be a 240 volt circuit.
Because we're not using we're using a different version.
We are using the 240 volt version of the vacuum. Matt wants to test it out here. So that's why we did that. So obviously every wire, the first one's always going to be the easiest. Now there's other wire in there to worry about, so navigate around that. I still think I can do it all without a fish. Because normally I'd take a metal fish and just use the hook end of it to grab the wire, but what I can also do is screwdriver. Okay, 3 down, 2 to go. So this one's just plugs. So this is going to be for the backsplash and the plugs that are up in the upper cabinets. So I don't think there's much risk, if any, of Matt tripping a breaker with too much on the circuit.
How about the power cord reel that's over there?
That's also on this one. That's considered a plug, yeah. So the reason I'm going to snap the bushing in after, because this bushing actually just makes the hole even smaller. So once we get these all through, and then we'll put a bushing in.
Kind of satisfying, isn't it?
It is. So this is obviously going to be the It's most difficult, so using a screwdriver, we can kind of lead it in. All right, and that's all of them. What we'll do is we'll get these all bundled together with some zip ties.
Well, this in here, look at that.
Wow.
Truff oil, a little Kerrygold butter in there, some Happy Eggs. And
Happy eggs.
Fancy ones?
Happy chickens make happy eggs. So
Happy Egg is the plant, is the company.
I know.
Blue one.
I know.
Little
Heritage.
truff. Little truff.
I can smell that truff stuff up there from here.
So you put the truff oil in the pan, you cook the eggs in.
Yep. Makes the eggs nice and fluffy.
Yeah.
I've been working on this for a long time.
Yeah. Really
Gotta perfect it.
takes time to perfect what you like.
I just don't like runny eggs, man. Ugh. Gotta be done.
Got you. So you don't like to be able to dip your toast in eggs over easy?
I mean, that's fine, but
You mean runny scrambled eggs?
scrambled when they do them all fluffy. So they're all runny. No.
You don't like that?
The French style, you know?
French cream eggs are, I'm telling you, if you do it properly, they're fully cooked, but they're creamy because you constantly move them and cook them on low heat. Yeah, they're great. He tried them, but I don't think he did them right. Pretty sure he didn't have the patience because it takes like 10 minutes to do it.
When you're sitting, it's like, is it hot?
Are they cooking? They just keep thickening up and you don't realize they're actually cooking, but it feels like they're not. So after this, we will probably, I'm gonna do nail plates. So that's another thing we have to do. So I think what we're gonna do, I went to Home Depot in Lady Lake this morning and they didn't have the nail plates. They had like 15 and I need a lot more than that. So we'll go to Publix, grab a sandwich, and then go get our nail plates and the plastic bushing for that. Get those in and then we'll start drywalling. Mike, we're going to Home Depot to pick up about 190 nail plates.
So you counted them, huh? You need 190.
190, because I'm doing both sides of the stud, so we need 190.
So the other Home Depot didn't have it.
Yeah, I went to Lady Lake, they had like 35 or 40. I knew I needed a lot more than that.
Yeah,
I was just gonna buy a couple hundred and that would have covered it, but they didn't have that many.
got it.
So we're gonna do that and then we're gonna go get, we gotta also get some breakers and a bushing and a pub sub, Mike.
Nice. You like this thing?
I love this thing.
Your GT3 RS?
Well, I mean, as far as like fun to drive,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, totally different dynamic. I mean, obviously one's
you get a lot of joy out
I
of
get it, I do. I love driving it every day. I love looking at it, I love how it looks, I love everything about it. It rides nicely, it's soft, it's quiet, stereo's good. Everything, I will say that the stereo in this, the Apple CarPlay, recognizes my phone every single time. Whereas sometimes I hop in the F350, it's like, how come you don't recognize my phone? It's weird. So,
Nice.
yeah, I feel better driving
deserve
this.
it, Mike. You
I feel
deserve
better driving this every day than the F350. Yeah, back at your favorite place.
They don't have a hot dog stand here.
No, I know. I wouldn't get it anyway. So we've got 200 nail plates. We've got our plastic bushings. I had to buy a pack of them. Then we got our 20 amp tandem breakers and a twin 20 amp for the compressor. So we're good to go. Good, Mike. We're just get our nail plates in, and then I guess I should finish all the lower ones. And then I've bought our breakers. I plugged all those in.
Nice. We had a little adventure at Home Depot.
Yeah, you tried to get us in trouble, Mike.
We weren't quite filming it, but yeah, we had a little encounter.
Yeah, we did. So this lady came up to you, singled you out because you had your camera, and she asked you if you were filming, and you said yes. And she said, for what? And you told her. And then she said, I don't know what were her exact words. And then she was okay with it at first.
Yeah.
And then when you said, we're allowed to film in here, there's no signage and it's not part of your policy, then she said, well, stop filming and until further notice. And by the way, can I get your contact info so we can reach out? I said, no, you don't need that. That's what you told her. No, you don't need that. No, I'm good. And you just walked away from her. I loved it. And then they proceeded to follow us down every aisle while I was shopping to make sure you were not indeed filming, which we went ahead and did it anyway.
We did.
Because
have to show people what you're buying at Home Depot.
yeah, I mean, yeah, so, I mean, you didn't capture that clip of her saying that because the camera wasn't rolling. But that's the second time at that particular store. One time it was a guy, thought you were filming him punching his code to the wire. Anyway, so, yeah, you tried to get us trespassed, Mike. Our names, our pictures are on the wall now. Now I've been associated with you. Jeez, man, there probably is going to be one, Mike. We're in trouble. I guess I'll have to shop at Lowe's.
So you got how many of these?
I bought 200 because we need 192. So yeah, because you figure I have to do this side and then I have to go on the back side and do that too.
So do you have to put one right here on this seam? Like right there?
On the blocking? Now, that's questionable. So a lot of people would not do that because you're gonna go off layout on studs.
Yeah.
But if you have the extra ones, you know, if you're hanging cabinets or what else is going to be here, you might as well do it through the blocking too.
Because generally you wouldn't always.
Right. So you're doing this for the drywall guys mainly and cabinet guys, which I'm the drywall guy and I'm the cabinet guy. So you just want, if you go off layout, you're typically not going to drive a screw over here or over here because you're going to go on every 16. But
and you also don't know the height of that blocking.
right. But let's say someone in the future says, you know, Matt doesn't live here anymore and they want to hang something and they put a 4-inch lag screw in and they cut, you know, go through this or go through the 120. So we go ahead and do them. Why not? I mean, they're like 50 cents each, you know.
Well, we
cheap insurance.
Cut back on the budgets, Mike, remember?
Yeah, but I think that was aimed at you because you keep spending all the budget on cinematography equipment. You know, I think you spent what, $50 last year? If that.
Your mic cable was a little destroyed. We need to replace it.
Yeah, I need a new mic cable because it's chafing me here. You got shrink tape and shrink wrapping and all this other stuff on there.
Gaffer's tape, Mike.
Gaffer's tape, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, gaffer's tape, because you're a big gaffer. So I'm saving some monies right now because I actually had figured for 3 and I'm using 2.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so I'm really saving Matt like 50 cents each one of these studs. You know, had I better plan this,
Yeah.
you know.
You would have been better.
Yeah, that's not very good.
What do you have to say to the people who said that you're a legend?
Shut up, Michael. Stop it. I understand it's a compliment. I appreciate it. I don't think of myself as that. I'm just a guy doing what I love.
The guy who's a legend.
Michael. I think you're a legend in the Home Depot world now. They're making the rounds on the Home Depot, you know, intercommunication website. They have their secret website. Yeah, and there's a picture of you with Wanted. Wabanita is right there with you. And I'm just the poor sap that gets lumped into because I'm hanging out with you. Guilt by association. Terrorizing Home Depot with your camera equipment. How dare you? Yeah. So this one I have to use 3 because there's a knot there, and I know from experience these don't like knots. They'll bend. I'm just reading some comments. Yeah, you pull them. So I'm looking for a few of them here. Let's see. Love when Mike messes with Matt, especially when he's dirtying his tools up. I do dirty them. He's given me all of his old master collection because they're all full of, because we used them at Adams. They're all full of drywall dust and everything that was at Adams, it's so swampy there. Everything that was like untreated metal, rusted. All the spade bits are rusted.
You don't know what any size is anymore.
I can't even read them. They're so bad. Yeah. How come the garage doors are never insulated? They are insulated. So, Matt already replied to that. Let's see. I'm looking for some.
Everybody loves you. There's no.
Man about town building garages. I like that. Man about town. Matt came. I don't know where he came up with that man about town. That was on our podcast, but I don't know where he came. Are these post-tension slabs? No, they don't use them here. You see any that stick out, Mike?
There's no haters, Mike. We need to get some haters going. What's going on?
What am I supposed to do to get hate?
I don't know.
Which video is this from? Oh, that's from when I built the wall.
First episode.
Someone had watched the previous video and said something about me smelling good. So on the next video, just leave a bunch of comments that you want answered, and we'll try to get some of them, some questions or whatever. Mike Waba is a very attractive individual. His wife is a lucky girl. It says that right there, look.
Is that right?
All right, well, anyway, that's enough. There's nothing juicy.
Yeah, we need more juice. So if you guys-
Yeah, but don't like hate on me now. I don't need, then I'll get a complex. All right, so back to it.
What's next?
I'm gonna get those circuits tied into the panel, turn the breakers obviously off, because these are, I shouldn't wire them in, but I'm going to. Normally I wouldn't do that, but that way I can shut the panel up. I couldn't just wrap all the wire up and stick it in there, but Matt knows better. I'll put tape over the breakers that we want to keep off. But I'll do that, and then we can start hanging some drywall.
Okay, Mike.
All right, so
Electrical 101.
I'm tiring in our circuits. So this is our central vac, our vac system that's going in the garage. So this is going to be on this 2-pole 20. So that's going here. So we're going to take care of this right now. And I guess these are not the greatest, but they work. Are those bread and butter pickles? Mm-hmm. Those are really good. Horseradish bread and butter. Ooh, that sounds good. Willie's?
Yeah.
Never even heard of those.
You don't like me coming in here checking in on Mike.
No, why not?
I say I don't do anything.
Well, you are. You're eating pickles. That's why you have people. You're doing things.
They're doing stuff.
You're doing the shopping and the business end of things.
I'm going to meet with Patrick Resendez to finalize our Penville cabinet plan.
Nice. Okay.
When we go up there, I want to learn how to design them, you know, how to order them.
Right.
They say pickle juice is good for cramps, right? That's good.
Not muscle cramps though. Different kind of cramps, I think.
No. It's for like cramping when you're doing marathon.
Oh yeah. Okay. Is that what it is?
All right, can you actually explain? I mean,
All
what
right,
are we looking at here?
so-
when you open this up, what are you looking for?
What are you looking for? Well, all right. The short of it is these are our main lugs. So this is not a main breaker style panel. This is a main lug panel. So that means there's a breaker outside feeding this one. There's your neutral. Each one of these are hot. So from here to here is 120. From here to here is 120. Between the two is 240. So you got your neutral bus here, ground bus. The green screws are ground bus. So what we're doing is on this one we're using, now I'm gonna peel this back when I get some black electrical tape, and we'll tape this. I mean, you're supposed to do that, so 6 inches back, you're supposed to put black tape, so it designates that it's a hot, and we'll do it the same at the other end. But basically you want the whites to all go on the common bus bar, the grounds all to go on the ground bus bar. You want to keep it neat and tidy like they've done here. They actually did a pretty good job. So we'll go with that theme. Since we're running low on circuits, we bought tandem 20s. So that's 2 breakers in one essentially. You can't do that on a 2-pole because we need to grab both poles for a 240 volt. We're going to end up needing another one right here, and then if we expand any further, we're going to have to start replacing some of these others with tandems because we're running out. So we could do, for instance, I can grab one right now. I could get a tandem 15, put this on a tandem 15, and then put a tandem 20 here, and that would get us 2 more circuits without even having to add any more spaces.
You could abandon the washer too, or the dryer too.
We could, but I don't think we need to. I mean, I say that now, but you're probably going to add some things that I don't know about yet. So what I'm doing here is, because I have the benefit of having the back side of the wall open, rather than having to lay out all these boxes on the front side, I can go around the back side now with my pencil. Somewhere I have my pencil, and I'll trace out the boxes, because there's a lot of them. I'll trace them on the back side, I'll cut them out, then I'll put the sheet back, and it'll be right where I need it to be.
Why did you put the little shims on?
Because you don't want the drywall on the floor. I'm keeping it up about 3/8 of an inch off the floor. That way, if water ever creeps under, it doesn't get the drywall wet and wick up the drywall in case it ever gets water in here. So it's a good habit to do. Okay. All right.
This is a big one.
Yeah. Now, I've been waiting for it, Mike. It's a lot of infrastructure here we had to do before we could do any drywalling. You know? I mean, this has more circuits and more outlets than a small home.
Yeah.
You know? All right, so like this box here, we're gonna do like that. All right? This is kind of cheating, really.
Usually it's not this easy.
No. So that's it. So that one, that one, that one, that one. So yeah, normally it's not this easy. Normally you got to lay them all out from the front side and then cut them out. So this is a nice little cheat. So that's it, stud there. So we're going to cut them a little oversized. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure thing, Mike. There we go. I don't know. It used to be, well, you know why they call it drywall is because lath and plaster is what was preceded this, and that's wet. You're putting it on wet. You're putting on the lath, which is the strips, and then plaster is wet. So this is a dry version of that, so they call it drywall. So there you go. You know, Mike, I got a few little tidbits of useful information once in a while. Let's see if we can get away with doing this without having to modify any of my cuts. Okay. All right.
Why do you like that gun there?
Well, because it sets the screw. You can adjust how deep you want it or how flush, you know. I like it just like that, just where it's barely under. That way there's a place for the mud to stick.
How many screws do you usually do?
400 per sheet, Mike. Now I could take and lay this out with I'll show you a little, if you're new to doing something like this, I can show a little trick to not guessing where your studs are. So what you would do, edit that out, Mike. All right, so I'll show you. So if you, instead of guessing, right? Because I mean, first two are fairly easy, obviously. So you'd line your T-square up. So you know it's 3/4 to center, right? So you put your 3/4 line, edge a stud, and if you just go down, there's a stud. You can do that all the way down, and that way it looks like you know what you're doing. I mean, it's a good hack. I even do it, you know? Not always. If I'm doing just a small job, I don't bother with it, but so you line it on 3/4, right? And just do this all the way down. And then you know you got your screws ideally right where they should be, which is in the center of the stud. Now, obviously you can't do it on the end one, but you know where that stud is, right? All right. I have to take a bathroom break. Stand by. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and screw everything off on here, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow. But essentially what I was talking to Mike about was on a 4x8 sheet of drywall, you should have roughly 48 screws. They should be, you know, within, you know, about that far to the edge. You don't want to go too close because it'll smash the paper here and it'll screw up. So, and you should be about 8 inches apart, 16 inches obviously wide and about 8 inches apart. I was just guessing on this, so let's see how close I am. 7 1/4, so I'm a little closer than I need to be. So, anyway, I mean, you can have more screws. That doesn't hurt anything, but you want them theoretically at least every 8 inches apart, going vertically and obviously on 16-inch center. Obviously, you can also span 24-inch studs, which would require less screws, but you know, we're using 16. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then this will pick up tomorrow. So we've had a lot done. All this stuff takes time to do this correctly. I mean, it does take a fair amount of time to get all this audio, video stuff run, lots of electrical. Obviously we tied in over there, so that's done. After I'm done with drywall, I'll go through and make up all the boxes, which will leave that pigtail out, and then I'll go ahead and put all the receptacles in. But we'll get to that. I'm just explaining, because people are wondering, well, why aren't they wired knotted together yet?
Sure.
Well, I'm going to do that later. So, you know, people might catch me slipping, Mike. I don't want to be caught slipping.
They want to find you messing up.
I know. Hey, whatever. That's okay. To each his own.
Yeah. Maybe we'll intentionally mess something up and see if people catch it. What do you think about that idea?
I don't like that. Because then I'm going to have to leave something messed up. You mean like then go back and fix it?
Yeah, of course. It'll just kind of be a...
Like put like
an Easter egg.
2 screws in this drywall, the whole sheet?
All right, we're done.
We're done. It's good. Or we just get some masking tape from the backside and just tape it to there. And we didn't want screws.
Yeah, well,
Save time.
Matt was thinking about the budget cuts. We really got
Yeah. So I should really cut down on screws. Maybe that's enough.
Yeah.
You know, we'll just put a couple down at the bottom and call it. So the first bottom row's done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the top against the ceiling, and then I can put a band in right between the two, because this is a little over 10 feet, and 2 of these is only 8 feet. So what I'll have you do is you can help me do some construction, Mike.
That I can do, Mike.
All right, you can help me hold the sheet up there so I can mark out those outlets, and then you're free to go.
Okay.
All right, all the way up to the ceiling. There you go. And then I'm going to go on the back side, mark them, and then that's it. It's easy. Okay, I'll see you later, Mike. I got to run to get some coffee. Luckily, we used the lightweight drywall, Mike. That's it. Little sneakeroo there. Well,
Cut the blade you like to use there.
it's just a Klein keyhole saw, and then I use a Milwaukee. I like the ones that are, you know, this kind rather than the folding kind for drywall. I don't know why. I just do.
You like doing drywall?
No.
You don't like that?
No, I don't mind it. I'm just kidding. I like finishing it better than I like hanging it. Yeah, I mean, this is more labor intensive, which I don't mind labor, but, you know, I like the subtleties, you know, the finishings. Huh?
Yeah, where's Trevor at?
Trevor's in Virginia Beach right now, or is it West Virginia? I don't know where he is. It's Virginia. He's on Virginia Beach right now, enjoying the sunshine. He's in a wedding. His buddy James is getting married.
Strategically picked the week.
He did not know what we were doing.
You were hanging drywall.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out. Oh, I have a wedding. I'll be in the wedding. Yeah, no, he had to. Okay, we'll go straight up and then we'll slide it to the right. Just screw it off and then I'll grab it. I can get it with the saw. I know you could do it because, you know, Wappa did it, so he did a full sheet. How long should I let you hang here? Let's get 2 more in. You can leave it, let it go. We're getting there, Michael. Yes, Mike.
So we're doing a live comment session.
Yeah, we promised we'd do it in the next episode. Here we are.
I'm gonna just go ahead and shotgun some questions.
Okay, yeah.
What are you fidgeting with there? You're doing them.
Oh, so I'm doing a Mike Wava fidgeting. This is the OG knife for the giveaway.
So we still have some.
I bought one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought one. Yeah.
You need it.
So, yes, I like this knife a lot.
All right, so this guy says he's sipping on a coffee, watching Mike and Mike. What is better? Do you have anything that would be better?
Better than sipping on coffee?
Watching us.
Oh, I wasn't sure better. I seemed like I would be conceited if I said, no, that's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
I mean, can't think of a better beverage either. Well, I'll actually,
Spindrift.
Spindrift.
That's pretty good.
You know, these are buy one, get one right now.
It ends
Blood orange, it ends tomorrow. If you're a Publix customer,
Yeah.
those are very good.
Okay. What is your favorite stud finder?
Favorite stud finder? Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, as simple as can be. I like the Stud Buddy magnetic stud finder
Got it.
because I can just keep it in my bags and just it's easy to find something
Yeah.
real
It
quick.
always works. It never
It always works. It never fails. Stud finders are, you know, I mean, I don't know. They're kind of finicky sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, so Rev Fred
Mm-hmm.
says, would you share your professional background, what you did before school, and how you met Matt? That's kind of a long answer.
That is long. So we did a podcast.
Yep. We'll link it in the description.
Yeah, you can link it in the description, and I go over everything. That's a long answer.
And that's where the Man About Town originated.
Yeah, that is where the Man About Town saying came from. Maddie talking about what I did after I got divorced.
Okay. He said we forgot the Smurf tube with the cables.
No, we didn't forget. It was on purpose. So the HDMI's especially, once we had to put 3 through, we'd need like 2-inch Smurf, and I don't feel like comfortable degrading the studs by putting a 2 plus the the OD of the hole for the Smurf tube would be pretty large. So I didn't really want to, since we're hanging heavy weight and cabinets on that. Plus we ran 2 spares, we're good. I'm not too worried about it. Worst case, something fails catastrophically, I'll cut the backside of the drywall and fish a new one and patch it all up. But it's not going to happen.
Okay.
But he's right. Smurf tubing is a great way, especially if you're running like Cat 5 stuff or Cat 6 now. If you need to fix one or add another, it's not a bad idea at all.
Gotcha.
We did that at Adam's house.
We did, yeah.
Yep.
So he's asking if we should add some timber for the TV mount.
Well, no, because it spans studs. And there's a big, thick sheet metal bracket that's pretty heavy gauge that spans the studs. So no, we don't need to add any for that.
Very good.
Now, if you were on 24-inch stud centers, yes, you might want to do that. But which we had to do in Matt's house, inside the house here, because it's a metal stud on 24-inch centers. So we ended up doing something there.
Got it. This guy, he would set the boxes with a laser.
So what I did was I set the laser up on the floor, and I checked. And the floor is within a 1/16, so then I'm comfortable measuring off the floor.
Nice.
And as you can see, I used the same shims all the way across the bottom of the drywall to hang the drywall, and it's perfectly in line and level, so I'm not worried at all.
Nice.
Yes, but he's right. You should always check, and if you're going to reference something, make sure what you're referencing is level prior.
Got it.
Are there any questions about you, Mike?
They've been asking about me getting a microphone.
That's popular.
That is a common.
But probably people are going to want to know your story. How did you get so good at cinematography? I know you. I'm going to answer that for you. Don't cut it out of the video either.
Okay, here you got
Yes.
a couple of really good questions here. What are the perks of being a local celebrity? Is what he's asking.
I would not know the answer to that. You ask Matt.
Mike.
I'm not a celebrity.
Okay.
That's very kind.
He's got a follow-up question.
Okay.
Have you hired an agent yet to help you with your acting career?
I'm not acting. This is me.
Okay.
No, I have not. Go
This
ahead.
guy has some insight for you. He says if you put your glasses on your hat upside down, they fit around the hat better. Just a heads up. So maybe let's try that real quick.
These, my readers,
Yeah. He says if you put them on upside down.
they work pretty well. And because the reason I do this is because it's same.
Sure.
But
But try flipping it over. He's saying.
I don't know that these will fit any differently. No, now they're looser. I think they're loose.
I think that's pretty good.
Why do you think that's good?
It seems more secure.
No, I don't think so. I mean, now let me try it on camera here.
Okay. Oh yeah, we debunked it.
Yeah, the bros that wear bedazzled jeans and stuff, I always see them with their glasses upside, or actually they're more like this. So, but I'm a fan of just doing it this way because they're on an awful lot. I don't doubt that some sunglasses would be held better upside down.
Okay, final question.
Yep.
Did the cashier at Home Depot tell you that you smell nice?
No.
So what's next? What are we doing next here?
I'm going to do this band of drywall here and around the door, and then I'll start on the back side. I'll wrap it here because I think we're getting pretty long in this video. Just want to wrap it here for the day. So I'll explain what all I have left to do is this band of drywall here. There's a lot of this is taking a lot longer than the other side will because I have all these boxes to cut around. So I'll do this band here and just that little bit around the door, drywall the back side. That'll be done today. Then I'll start mudding the walls. All I'm going to do is fire tape this side. I'm not even going to cover the screws because this is totally getting covered with slat wall and ProSlate cabinets. And then we'll go to Foxtail. It's lunchtime, Mike. So what I'm saying is let's wrap this here and then go to get some coffee.
What we want to do is we want to wrap this episode here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We've got so much content.
That's a good way to spin it, Mike. So you don't have a mic on.
No.
So what you just said was we want to show people more of the process. Let's not dumb this down. Let's not drag it out for today. I just explained what we have to do. It's 12 o'clock, so we're going to go grab a coffee, midday coffee, iced coffee, actually, at Foxtail. And you know what, Mike? I heard rumors they sell cinnamon rolls. We do. We need a little pit stop. Mike, are you getting something? Hey, Mike, you might get in trouble for filming. Hey, Mike, which tip should I do? 25% enough? That's what I think.
Just a little extra. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Here we go. No receipt. Oh, shoot. What? Man, that sounds good.
Maybe in one of the next episodes. Man. This is kind of the end of this.
This is a slippery slope here, pal. I don't know. I might fall off the wagon eating this.